one day before my birthday, Age of Empires comes out with a sick new update. Is it good? Is it a good birthday present? Is it a bad birthday present? Am I going to be happy or sad? Time to find out.
Your whole birthday
Wow.
hangs in the balance right now.
All of it hangs in the balance. For a
And
thousand
this,
generations, Age of Empires was the guardians of peace and justice on my birthday.
coincidentally, we're
Wow.
looking at the civilization
For the dark
balance.
times.
Alright, well,
Goes deep.
we are the Wally clan. We're a bunch of average AoE players, legends of the game.
Indeed. Been around a while. We've
One of
been around a
our,
long time.
We have
Been playing
lost
this
them.
game for over a decade.
I
maybe,
have not been playing for over a decade.
Well, I have.
I mean, I probably have since I was a kid.
anyways. This balance patch has a ton of stuff on game stability, performance, campaigns, achievements, all of which is completely
that.
unimportant. And we're only going to look at the civilization balance. So, the
That's
first
what
paragraph
pros care about.
says there are several balances coming to the Bulgarians, Cumans, Lithuanians, and the notably infamous Steppe Lancer. Bum, bum,
Just want
bum.
to point out that under, like, each of the upgrades or
Find
changes
harmony.
are underneath each civ, but the Lancer, and which is obviously for the Tatars, is under general.
Well,
Yep.
humans have them too.
Alright, so general updates. The line of sight for herdables is now consistent. Game-breaking
Woo.
news. Second line item, Steppe Lancers. The normal ones in Castle Age, they decreased the attack from 10 to 8. And the elite had their attack decreased from 12 to 10. Both of them require
They
15
just got
more
two.
gold. They slowed the rate of fire, they decreased the speed, and they doubled the size of the collision box to prevent multiple units from stacking too tightly. And the
So
question
they're
of the
thicker
day,
now.
question of the day is, do we think this is gonna make them fair?
Well, one thing that they changed, which I thought was actually interesting, I didn't think about, they doubled the size of the collision box so that they can't stack up as much. So I wonder if that, how much that makes a difference. Like, I wonder before if it was like 3 all like grouped together attacking, and now it's only a row of 2. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, limiting how many can attack at the same time.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you would do. You could group them all together, and they would all attack in perfect harmony.
I'd love to actually try it out. We haven't done this yet. See
Yeah,
what
that's
it
the
would-
one thing on here that I think we need to actually try out for ourselves. The other nerfs, in my opinion right now, I'm skeptical, and I don't think this is going to be enough to make them a balanced unit.
Well,
They're still going to be
I think
good, but they're. I don't think they'll
bounce
be
out pretty
as
well.
OP.
I like the increase in the gold cost. They need to be more expensive.
Also, the
They
rate of
didn't-
fire has
They didn't change anything about the training time, so they're still going to come out faster than Knights can.
Yes, that
Yeah,
was
that's
my
one
biggest.
thing.
And
one
they're
of
still
my
going to be cheap.
biggest objections, just because how quickly you can mass them up from how quickly they get created. So I am still on the fence as to if this is going to be enough. But anyways, once we move past Steppe Lancers, we are on to the Bulgarians. A civ that is pretty good, and
But it's not the Cumans or the Tatars.
they're good, but they're not as good as the Steppe Lancers or the Cumans, so they've kind of flown under the radar, in my opinion. But the Bulgarians' Krepos can no longer be converted, because everyone was sending out their monks to convert the Kreposts. The
Obviously.
size of the building was reduced from 4x4 to 3x3. That's good. Makes
See, I
the,
Which
knew
is
it was
good.
4x4. I like.
Right, yeah, but that was something that was so confusing. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's only 3x3," and it's like, "Well, it's actually
because it looks
not.
like it's
It was
3x3 when it's
4x4.
built, but it's actually 4x4. Well, now it's 2x3.
Yeah.
The conics, they slowed the rate of fire. They also reduced the mounted conics by 10 health for the elite and the normal. Dismounted conic now takes additional damage from the samurai. I don't know why that wasn't in there in the beginning. That's probably just a bug. And the dismounted conic also has a slower rate of fire. So we have a fair bit of experience playing with some conics. What was our thoughts on that unit.
They
Too
were
much
really,
HP.
yeah, they're OP against Paladin, which was crazy. Fully upgraded Frankish Paladins. Just crazy.
It's just
Yeah.
they're just tanky.
Yeah, I don't think giving them 10 less HP is gonna be enough, really. Though.
I do like the fact that the unique units like Samurai can actually get extra damage against them now.
Oh, I wonder if the Jaguar Warrior is getting extra.
I don't know. It just said
Stuff against it
Samurai
just
and
now.
Cataphract. Is that right? That's,
Just samurai.
Just samurai. But interestingly, the last post or bullet right down there is increase the armor. So that's a melee armor granted by by Bilbo Baggins. Bilbo Baggins gives them additional armor from +3 to +5, which means they can
Holy
have
crap.
8 melee armor on a champion, or 8 melee armor on
And they get
a
they
halberdier.
get those. They get the militia line upgrades for free, right?
Only the is it only just the men at arms?
No, I think it's all the militia line upgrades, isn't it?
I don't know. about
Frick.
that.
Find it.
I'm gonna fire up the game to get add the tech tree.
But I think that one again, like
The
what
militia line unit are upgraded for free.
Yesy.
but do they only get 200 swordsmen? Is that it? That might be the balance, so
wanna
they
say
don't
it
just
is.
get
No, they get
champions.
champion.
Wiki.
They get champion.
Looking at the wiki.
Pretty sure they get champion.
All right. Well, I think this
Tech
tech might have a bigger impact than it did before. Because if you have an 8 armor halberdier in a trash war late game, that's going to be insane.
Yeah.
I mean, another halberdier is
do
going to
not
do
get
2
champion.
damage to it. Not a paladin. Hussar is going to do 3. So we'll see how that comes to play. Cumins next.
No, they
to be
only do
nerfed.
have 2-handed swordsmen. Yeah.
All right. The first item, increase the time to construct a fuel-age town center from 225 seconds to 270 seconds. Thoughts on this? I think not enough.
Really? I think that's plenty.
Yeah.
The few games that I built a feudal age town center, it seemed like took long.
right.
already.
It took a long time and it idled a bunch of villagers.
I mean,
you
how long
know.
does it take
Yeah.
to build a tower and deny like a forward TC now?
So I think that's a good amount of time because yes, it does give you a tremendous advantage by being able to secure 2 resources. That is a lot of
you're-
time to have
I'm pretty
idle villagers.
Yeah, that slows you down if you want to get up to castle fast.
Yeah.
So it means that you're committing to feudal age for a bit.
Yeah, I knew there had to be something done to the Cumins in the feudal age to stop them from just walling up with their more HP palisade walls and just
Yeah,
booming.
I don't like the palisade wall buff
Now, the
I
one
mean-
thing
the way it
I-
is.
the one thing that I'm curious about, and I don't know if I actually ever used this, so you'll have to correct me, but were the battering rams OP enough that they needed to nerf them so they no longer do area of effect damage? Do y'all know?
I have no idea why that is in
To
here.
units?
Right, because
And it says to units. It doesn't say to buildings though, so I don't
Oh.
know.
I mean, actually,
It-
if you think about it, the battering ram has 3 attack, so against feudal age units, if the battering ram is like,
I
mean, that's-
never thought about doing
Attacking
that.
a
which
bunch of
I'm
villagers?
ashamed now.
Yeah,
I wish I would have
that-
thought of doing that.
wow, that would have been
Or
most
chasing down a
ingenious.
skirmisher with the
Yeah.
battering ram?
That would have been pretty awesome. Oh man, we should have tried that. Oh well, missed
Can never be
opportunity.
done now.
Dude, who
Yeah.
wins, this battering ram or a skirmisher?
That would that would be definitely the ram because well, the skirm might be able to outrun.
Well,
but
the skirm
yeah,
can
the
kite
skirm
for a
will
while,
do, like,
right? But it
one
will only do
damage.
1 damage.
I'm gonna do that for just one skirmisher.
oh, it's
Okay, well, the rest of the notes on the Cumins, the Kipchak, they slowed the
no
rate
one
of fire.
used them. Yeah, well,
The
no one
problem
used them.
was, I
I
think,
don't
like,
know if no one
pros
They were
used
pretty
them,
good.
but at our level,
They're amazing.
people were just using step
Well,
lancers, so no one
Exactly,
ever saw
that's what I'm
Kipchak.
saying. Like,
Yeah, you don't get to Kipchak.
Well, yeah, the free kip checks. You can send to your allies.
Reduce the total number of arrows.
I think
does
that's
so
big.
it means instead of being like a chocanu, it's like a weak chocanu.
See,
Yeah.
I haven't played with them enough to read. Like, I don't think it It seems to me that the animation is different than a Chukanu's, though.
It probably is.
I
I
think it
don't-
still
I feel
functions
like
like a Chukunu though, so they do
Yeah.
like ridiculous amounts of damage to rams, even though
Yeah.
they're a ranged unit. And anyways, they no longer have husbandry, and their cavalry movement speed is now staggered throughout the ages.
think that was
Interested
good.
to see how the
Husbandry
humans
was-
end up now, but I think they're in a much better place than they were at the beginning.
Oh yeah, they had husbandry along
I
with,
think husbandry
their
plus
upgrade?
their
Yeah.
thing was way too much.
They had like Hussein Bolt.
but
cavalry.
now their cavalry is it's 15% instead of 10% now once they get to imp, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
It was
it
only
used to be
10%.
20%
How much does-
husbandry, so
how-
it's still
how-
less.
Yeah.
So it's
does that-
basically like the Celt bonus, because the Celts,
Yeah, it's
they move
better than
15%
husbandry.
faster, but they don't get squires, and squires is a 10% bonus. So effectively, it's just a
Yeah.
free husbandry, but plus 5% more.
but they do get basically for free. So not having to spend that. What is it? 250 food? 100 food? I don't know. I
It's
think they
only
actually
one
less.
150 now.
Yeah,
150.
so
Yeah, it used to be. So they.
Yep.
So that's 150 food. You don't have to spend, and then you do have faster units in the. Sit.
All right, on to the Khmer. The only thing
Yeah.
here is that ballista elephants now gain the intended benefits of cavalry armor upgrades.
Ooh.
So what
Apparently
are they
this-
classified as?
Apparently, this is a fix from. Yeah.
From when they came out,
I
yeah, I don't
think
know
it's
if they're like a
one thing.
cavalry siege thing.
Okay,
But-
so answer this question:
I could.
What?
I would
Do war wagons? What do they get? Armor upgrades do they get?
Well, they're
'Cause I
cavalry.
think this is okay.
the
Well, I
archer
think
armor, right?
I would say that ballista
Yeah.
elephants should be in the same category as a war wagon.
Yeah, it does seem weird
Yeah.
because they have a ranged attack, so I would agree with you there.
So I would say whatever the war wagons get, the ballista elephants should get. But it looks like now, like, do they get both now? Do they get the cav armor upgrades and they get the cav archer upgrade?
No,
Do
I
they
don't
get
think they
party
got.
tactics and
No.
bloodlines?
So I think the problem was they didn't get either.
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right.
Another, and that was
If
the
no
problem,
one
I
still
think.
uses them, they should definitely all. Just
But-
to see
Yeah, the
what-
problem is ballista elephants just have so little range and so little attack compared to just a normal scorpion that they're.
Yeah.
100%
The only thing they have
useless.
better is HP, but even then.
But even then, the range isn't good enough, so they can't really stop a line of halberdiers coming up to stab them in the face. So
Okay, so question: what would be a good way to make ballista elephant actually?
I would say they need to buff the attack and the range, but not like to the extent of a normal scorpion.
Okay.
No.
Do you think that?
On top of an elephant, you have more
Um,
sight.
You would have more range if you were like up higher.
yeah.
I mean, they get the 2 projectiles, but still, they have like what, 8 or 9 attack as elite,
Do
and
they have
This-
minimum range?
this will never happen, and I think it's a horrible idea. But I think it would be interesting if they ever incorporated, like, I don't know, I feel like a ballista elephant, their damage does like nothing, but it knocks the enemy back.
Oh, that
So
would be
like
kinda cool.
yeah, so I think like they keep the unit like weak, right? So it doesn't like do a lot of damage, but it like knocks. So if like units are approaching it, it knocks them back, and it's sort of like a buying time.
Yeah, that'd
like
be
I said-
interesting. Like open up a whole new realm of just support units.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I feel like that would be cool, but then again, like you have to be very careful with the balancing because I could see where that might be OP, but I feel like in this context, since the elephants are so expensive, and they're already, I feel like it might. I don't know. So if anyone's ever listening to that, Microsoft, there you go, free one.
Yeah. All right, on to the Lithuanians. Cavalry attack bonus. The Lithuanians do get increased cavalry attack based on how many relics you have. It used to be maxed out at +5 attack, and now it's down to +4, and it no longer affects light
so good.
cavalry.
That's great. Glad
Fun
they did that.
fact, I didn't even
So
know
it's
it
only
affected
the-
light cavalry, because if you have that many relics, you have enough gold to make paladins.
Yep.
So,
But yeah, that needed to happen.
As you see, the knights are the religious ones that care about the holy relics.
That's true. Well said, Bill.
that actually totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Also,
the light cav are the barbarian.
in one of the
No, they're just the
games-
cheap. They're the peasants that got up on
Well, no.
horses.
Well, historically, the light cav were often from Barbarian Drain. Anyway,
In one of our games on our YouTube channel, I played as Lithuanians with the +9 attack paladins, and I don't know if I said there or if I commentated or something, but with 23 attack, going up against a normal halberdier that has 3 armor, a paladin kills it in 3 hits. Now, if the paladin only has 22 attack, it'll take at least 4 hits to kill a halberdier, which I think is a good balance change.
yeah.
Because a halberdier has 60 HP, so 23 attack.
Yeah, I
minus
mean,
3 armor.
it still takes like 3 howls to take down a paladin. All at the same time, I think.
Yeah. So Lithuanians again. I didn't really think this nerf was necessary, but I think it's fair. On to the Mayans. Plumed archers.
So-
This is surprising, I think,
I know they're getting nerfed again. Why is this?
because they're super.
They're super good.
Well,
they
they
got super value out of their units.
yes, they've just been nerfed so many times.
And they still.
Yeah, they're still being nerfed, so that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know where this kind of came from. This kind of just came out of left field.
Yeah, because I don't know if there was a lot of people playing as Mayans. Did the Mayans get a buff? Did they buff them at all? Is that why they're nerfing them now? I don't know.
I don't think so. It's like that meme where
We're the
it's like
Saracen ally, man.
no one, absolutely no one. Microsoft nerf plumed archers.
Nerf the Mayans.
So that's gonna happen. I don't know if that is figured into their like 10% cheaper archer line. So if that counts.
Oh,
So
yeah.
is
I
that
don't
really
think the
just
plumed
plus
archers-
4.5?
I don't.
No, I think the plumed archers don't actually get the. Because like, why would a unique unit
Don't
get?
they?
Like, why would the unique unit be cheaper than? Because then it would.
I think they are.
Because that's the
cheaper.
only.
Yeah, they are cheaper.
Yeah. All right.
Then why not
next civ is the Saracens.
cheaper?
This is my second favorite adjustment they made in this patch. I played one game of 2v2 against the guy that went archers, and I went scouts, and he was not very good. But with his small
This game?
number of archers, he killed my stable. When I was on the way to castle, I built another stable. He killed that stable. I built a third stable. He killed that stable. I built a siege workshop. I'm pretty sure he killed the siege workshop. All with like a group
Yeah.
of 20 archers.
There's something, yeah. Archers that are able to take down buildings, not fair.
So I'm really glad
Ugh.
that they're staggering this attack bonus against buildings.
Yeah.
Much
Because it's
needed.
so powerful to be able to attack from range to harrow villagers, and then throw in the ability to, from range, destroy buildings. Like, ugh.
Right, 'cause you
Destroy
can't
the
really
villagers'
like,
building.
You can't repair the building because they
Yeah.
are range units.
Yep. So,
Alright,
I
let's
guess they were
move-
doing fire arrows or something.
Last civ is the Tatars. The Keshik, they kind of
Tatars.
took it from a really heavy cav to like a medium cav. I don't know what you would call it, but they reduced the gold cost and they increased its health.
Yeah, it was too expensive anyway.
Yeah. Reduced
it was
its
way too
attack.
expensive to start with.
I don't think I ever saw a single Keshik.
Yeah, I don't think I ever made one.
So I can't even give an opinion on if this is a good or needed buff or nerf, depending on how you
Is
Yeah, I
this
don't
the one-
know how they fare in battle.
I don't.
This is the one that
I
gives you
think-
more gold when you attack.
The last night when we played like 8 games, I played as the Tatars every single game, and I never once made Keshik.
Yeah, it's like one of the scenarios where you already had step lancers, so you didn't need to make anything else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe we'll see them more now that step lancers are not going to be as amazing.
So they are now 50 food, 40 gold, so a good bit cheaper than knights, but still need a.
How much gold do they produce? Because I don't think it's
As
really.
0.367 per second.
So let's
Not
put some
much.
math. You said 0.37?
0.367.
67. Okay.
Almost.
And then that's per second. So let's just do 5 minutes. So 60.
Well, how long does
That's
it
a
like
lot.
how long attacking does it take to recoup?
Okay.
their
Oh
gold
yeah.
cost?
So let's just do a minute. All right. So
Super intense math calculations Done
Quick
by
math.
Spirit of the Law coming in.
60 seconds. It's be 10 times 6.
Plus 4
6.
divided by 11
What do you
divided
say?
by
So
the
that's 22 gold.
a minute. But
A
they have to
minute.
constantly be
It-
attacking something.
Yeah, that's for a whole
So it
minute.
takes
Yeah,
That
no,
kid doesn't
that's what I'm
count
saying.
two-ish,
That's
takes
saying
2-ish
if they
minutes
were
to recoup the
attacking,
gold.
if they were attacking that whole time,
Yeah.
they
But
would
they were
make.
And it's
attacking, like-
only against units, right? It's not against buildings.
Yeah, it's
Not
not
against
building.
Billy. That's stupid.
Yeah, so I don't feel like that's worth.
But I
Right.
mean, 50 food and 40 gold, that's really cheap for a unit that like those
Yeah, I
stats.
think it's
Yeah, but if it's not creating more gold than its costs, it's still in
well. I mean,
like
it's not
you know,
gonna create.
I
more
feel
gold.
like the way that it should work, instead of when it's attacking, maybe when it's resting, right?
What?
So-
No, then you just get like a bunch
Then
of
you can
Keshiks
just-
and go
you just
shove them in a
sit 'em there.
corner somewhere, and they're
Well,
like relics.
no,
and they just
I'm not saying that it needs to be like as great an of a how much is
No, I
increased
think-
by.
I think it should be
But-
like, you know, like the Tarkans. How Tarkans are designed to destroy buildings. It should be like they generate gold from destroying buildings. Or
Yeah,
attacking buildings.
that's a better idea. Like if you destroy a house, you get 5 gold, or just something like that. You destroy a barracks, you get like 20 gold,
Or just you get gold based on the attack damage you do to.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I feel like that would be a
Building.
better. That would be a better idea than
What's their
whatever they're
attack?
doing now.
9.
But-
They're pretty comparable to a knight in Castle Age.
I know, and they're much cheaper, but you do need a castle.
Yeah, you need castle though. They're 10 more hit points, 1 less attack, 1 less melee armor.
I feel like they're like a win more unit. You know, like you're already winning. Build Keshiks to win more.
I don't know. What are they good against? Like what?
Halves,
Poverty.
anything.
Like are they just like because they're not like cataphracts or they're medium cav that's like really good against infantry, and they're not like the boyars which have like a lot of armor. Like what do the Keshiks get?
It's like their stats.
Nothing?
They just generate gold.
Yeah, like that's what I'm
They
saying.
don't-
Like it's like what I don't see a situation where I would want to make it unless this gold really generates. It's
9
just looking
attack,
like
1 melee armor, 2 pierce armor.
I mean,
Oh,
it's a,
3
it's a
pierce armor for
solid
the
unit,
elite.
and it's pretty cheap. So I
Slightly faster than a knight.
Upgrade is only 700 food, 900 gold. I guess it's a little expensive.
So maybe a cheap medium cav relative. I don't know. Well, we'll have to play around with them and see.
Yep, let's move on to the gameplay.
Are we gonna do this whole page?
Do the what?
Because there's a lot.
Skip
Gameplay.
so
I'm looking for
much.
something that's cool. There's not really many things here that are
The
cool,
Wolf Wolf
except for-
cheat code now affects all birds instead of only hawks.
Woof woof. All right, lobby and matchmaking. This is something that needed to happen, and more things still need to happen.
Yeah, let's put the emphasis on things still need to happen.
Still need to happen. You still need to be able to look at other stuff while you're in the lobby. You need to be able to look at the
Yeah.
tech tree while you're in the lobby.
I think what Walson said that was key is there's so much wasted space on that page. You can't actually do anything.
Guys, the auto wall completion is now disabled when placing single wall segments, so it won't.
Go to the end. Of
Yeah,
the
it won't go
map,
to the
yeah.
end of like the map or the wood line if you just place
That's
one.
kind of cool.
Another big thing is the ranked map pool has been updated, yay, to include the following 8 maps: Arabia, Arena,
Yay.
Black Forest,
No.
Gold Rush,
No.
Boo.
Mega Random,
Uh,
Nomad,
uh,
Step,
Boo.
Team
Yeah.
Island.
what?
Boo!
Huge
And then
boo.
players can now ban maps when matchmaking.
Who is choosing these maps? Have they ever played on Voobly or watched any pro game? Like, I don't understand.
You know, I like the having a little bit of water in the maps. It like
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
guys
don't
have
get me
a
wrong. I like
first zone,
trying the new maps,
but Team Islands is too far. That's too much.
that's
What
past the
happened?
point in over.
What happened to random land map? Can we just have that?
Yeah, like
option?
I feel like let's just go back to that if we're gonna do this. And
Yeah.
also, you know that Nomad Team Islands are getting insta bans.
That's the problem though. With on a 4v4, there are 0 bans.
Yeah, so we can
Wait.
4v4 mega random.
Wait.
No.
What do you mean? There's 0 bans before you?
Like you can't
Scroll
ban them
down
out.
like
What?
3 lines. 1v1 you
Wait,
have 3
look.
bans. 2v2 you have
Wait,
1
wait.
ban. 3v3 you have 1 ban. 4v4 0
What?
bans.
That is
I don't-
so. We're gonna end up trying to do a 4v4 on Team Islands and be playing it for the next 3 hours.
Yes.
Who thought this was a good idea?
Yes.
The
Ugh.
one I'm most upset about is Mega Random. Mega Random is not a competitive map. Mega
No.
Random is like I want to have fun
We-
with my friends
yeah,
and not
that's like
try
a-
I'm going to
hard.
start with a monastery and a
Ugh.
horse.
I don't understand though. Like, why does 4v4 get 0 bans?
It should
Like,
have
I
the
realize they could
most
overlap.
bans.
You get bans.
In a 1v1,
Zero
you
of
should
them.
get like 4 bans. Then work your way down.
I
This
mean,
is
Like,
this is stupid.
It should be. You should at least get one.
I feel
This
like
is the
most,
worst addition they could have made.
I know most of
to
this
this.
patch
This
is
has
not what we
been in the right direction, and this is just like a 180 sprint backwards.
All we wanted to do was to click different tabs while we're waiting in the queue. That's all they had to do. And instead they add these little diamonds of death on the main screen. Ugh.
yeah, so I'm looking at it right now, and I don't know why they got rid of, because they got rid of all the other maps that we used to play too.
Mm.
So there's no coastal or continental or oasis
Highlands,
islands.
rivers.
I
Yeah.
don't like it.
Yeah. And why do we still not have Green Arabia?
It's because it's a new map.
Because Mega Random was an option.
That is literally the single most popular map played, and it's not. It's not.
I don't know if I want to ban Nomad or Mega Random.
That's my
Well,
problem
yeah, I
too.
but when we do our 4v4, we won't even be able to choose.
Exactly.
That's like my fear. It's like, all right, let's play a competitive match. Oh no, Team
4v4
Islands.
Team Islands.
Everyone, quick, grab your Vikings and what's the other one?
Yeah.
Portuguese. What's the one with the harbor? What civ is that?
Malay.
Yeah, the Malay.
Those got
I don't-
nerfed. Though.
I mean, we'll have to relearn our rushes. What was the last time we did a galley rush?
Never.
Literally never.
Yeah. And then Nomad.
We're
Don't even get me
land map
started on
players.
Nomad.
We are
Yeah,
expert
nomads.
pro legendary players that have never done a galley rush.
I think I've done
Why
like
is it like how much they
twice.
changed it though? Because like Arabia is the only map that was
I
carried.
didn't even
over.
know that Arabia wasn't in the pool.
that was. We played Arabia last night.
It was that it was the only one that was carried over from the
Yeah.
original pool that they had.
Yep. Everything else was tossed out.
Wait.
Bathwater.
No, these are the only. Wait, so
Yeah,
these are
these
the.
8
Yeah.
maps are the new.
No.
Yeah, that's
These
what we're
aren't-
saying, Bill.
I thought. Well, no, I'm still like, yeah, these are bad additions, but I didn't know this was it.
Oh wait. I think Bill might be right. It
No,
says
These are
if you go in the
updated
game
to
and click
include-
ranked. No, if you go in the game and click to rank, it has the 8
Oh.
maps.
All right. Wow.
All right.
I
Just
did not
eight
know
maps.
that.
that's.
I thought these were being
But-
added to the existing.
But
group.
I agree with Bill. The wording does say
Yes.
updated
It
to
does.
include.
To
So,
include.
but that's. I hope that maybe the UI's wrong, because that has been the case for the entirety of the life of DE. That
I
maybe
want to
it's
play
wrong.
Oasis still.
Yeah.
Do you?
I mean, I'd
Well,
rather
now-
play Oasis than
Yeah.
Team Island.
You can play Black Forest now, which is basically the same thing.
Ugh. Guys, this
I
is
mean-
bringing me back to like the days when I first played Age of Empires, like
Even Black
against the
Forest.
AI. It's like, oh, we're trying to be 4A on hardest. Let's do Team Islands. 4 hours later, all right, we're doing a tower push on our own island. We're almost to the water. And then we finally make it across and like Normandy again on the beaches.
We should
Ugh.
fight them on the beaches.
I know. And there's literally no trees left on the island.
trading, selling
we have
gold,
trade carts,
wood.
trade cogs, a greater amount of trade units than army.
bad.
And the AI has literally built on every square inch of their island, and they won't resign. Ugh, flashbacks. So yeah, that's what we're gonna.
All right. Well, the rest of the patch is not as good as this. It's graphics and audio and some junk like that.
Are you sure, man?
Hey man,
Oh,
snowflakes.
wait,
and your
wait.
oranges.
Never mind. I take that back. The sound effects have been updated for the elephant, the boar, the camel.
Ooh.
I mean, those were
Alright.
epic
Death
sounds.
sounds.
love
I
the
know.
boar.
It's like a
The
ballerina.
boar death sound is amazing.
Yeah. What a drama queen.
All right, give me your best boar death sound impression right now. Go.
It's like
I love how Walt's just like, no. He didn't even try.
that's what the boar says. The boar says no.
The boy said, no.
Tries
I
to
refuse
eat you.
to die.
Okay, well, this turned into like a podcast, so
That's what we should do. You know what? We should
No.
forget YouTube. Let's just do a
No.
podcast.
We should do a podcast on YouTube.
No.
I agree. That's what some people
Walston, you don't have to
do.
be.
Walston
involved.
could just say
I'm
no.
gonna be in it, but I'm gonna ruin it.
you could
Oh,
never.
guys,
we
we
should-
should. The
we
volume
should-
of the "You Are Under Attack" sound.
What format do you publish podcasts?
Probably. I think you can do it on, like
Internet.
Spotify.
Arial size 10.
That doesn't
Okay.
make any sense. Ugh.
Anyway,
Okay,
YouTube has a live-
outro time. Somebody say something epic.
Has
this
to be
is the
Walston.
part where we leave.
I'll take it.
Oh my word.